Her husband locked her in a flooding basement to kill her and their unborn baby for $2 million. He married his mistress and became a politician using Maya's tragic death for sympathy. For 5 years, they lived in luxury while Maya fought to survive in hiding. But karma doesn't forget. And neither did Maya Reeves. Watch how a betrayed wife came back from the dead to destroy the empire built on her grave. Before we begin, tell me, where are you watching this from? Drop your country or city in the comments below. I want to know where my incredible audience is tuning in from. And if this story gives you chills, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support keeps these powerful stories coming. Now let's dive into Maya's unbelievable journey. 5 years ago, the screaming stopped. Through the suffocating darkness of the locked basement, Maya Reeves, 8 months pregnant, heard her husband Derek's voice above her. He was laughing. Laughing with her, his business partner, Victoria Cross. Maya's fists pounded against the cold steel door as water rushed in from the broken pipes Derek had sabotaged. "By morning," Derek whispered to Victoria, "she'll be gone. The house, the insurance, everything ours." He walked away. Victoria smiled, believing she'd secured $2 million, the man and the lakeside mansion she'd always craved. But the flood didn't kill Maya, it forged her. 6 weeks before the flood, the scent of vanilla and cinnamon meant safety for Maya Reeves. In the sunlit kitchen of their lakeside home in Austin, she decorated cupcakes for the neighborhood bake sale. Her catering business, Maya's Kitchen, had become beloved in their community. At 27, pregnant with their first child, Maya thought she had everything. A devoted husband, a thriving business, a baby girl kicking beneath her heart. She didn't see the cracks forming. Derek Reeves had charmed her 6 years ago with his tech startup dreams and infectious optimism. He promised her the world. But somewhere between failed ventures and mounting debts, the man she married became a stranger who smelled like expensive cologne and lies. Late nights turned into week-long investor meetings in San Francisco. Their anniversary passed unmentioned. The first real warning came in a credit card statement, a $15,000 wire transfer to Cross Tech Solutions. The name seared into Maya's mind, Victoria Cross. Maya searched online. The woman staring back was stunning, sharp, polished, ruthless. A tech consultant who specialized in business optimization and asset acquisition. Everything Maya wasn't. When Maya asked Derek about the payment, he barely looked up. "Business expense, babe, don't stress, not good for the baby." She wanted to believe him. She was the trusting wife, the church girl, the woman who baked for neighbors. She couldn't be the woman whose husband betrayed her, so she waited. She believed. She focused on the baby. But 3 miles away in a glass penthouse overlooking the city, the choice was already made. Victoria Cross stood by her floor-to-ceiling windows, champagne in hand. At 34, she'd clawed out of poverty and refused to go back. When she met Derek, she didn't see love, she saw opportunity. A weak man with access to a $2 million property and a life insurance policy that could change everything. "If you want this life with me," Victoria purred one night, tracing Derek's jawline, "then you need to be free. I'm not the side piece. I want the ring, the house, the legitimacy." Derek sat on her leather couch, head in hands. "She's pregnant. That's my daughter." Victoria's eyes went ice cold. "Are you sure it's even yours?" The poisonous seed was planted. "You know about the insurance policy, right?" Victoria asked casually. $2 million plus the house, enough to clear your debts and fund our future." Derek froze. "What are you saying?" Victoria knelt before him, eyes locked on his. "I'm saying accidents happen, floods happen, especially in basements with old plumbing, especially to pregnant women who can't swim fast." He should have walked out. He should have run home. But he stayed, staring at his empty glass, thinking about $2 million and the freedom it represented. 3 days later, Derek started planning. He told himself he was just exploring options. He disabled the basement sump pump. He weakened the main water pipe. He ensured their neighbors were on vacation. The final act, he removed the batteries from Maya's phone while she showered. On the night it happened, Derek suggested they check the basement storage for baby furniture. "Come on, babe, let's see what we can use." Maya followed him down, her hand resting on her swollen belly. "I can't wait to set up the nursery." The moment she stepped inside, Derek moved. He slammed the steel door shut. The lock clicked. "Derek, D-E-R-E-K?" Maya screamed, pounding the door. Silence. Then the sound of rushing water. The broken pipe erupted, flooding the basement in seconds. Maya clawed at the door, terror consuming her. Through the small window, she saw Derek's silhouette. He was on his phone. "It's done," he said coldly. "By morning, she's gone." Maya heard Victoria's laughter through the phone. The realization shattered her. He planned this. He wants us dead. Water rose to her knees, then her waist, then her chest. "Please, Derek, the baby, please." He walked away. Maya's survival instinct exploded. She found an old metal shelf, smashed the small window, and squeezed through, 8 months pregnant, bleeding, drowning. She pulled herself out into the night, gasping, sobbing. She collapsed on the wet grass. The baby had stopped kicking. "Not today, baby girl, not today." Dr. Helen Price, a retired OB-GYN, was walking her dog when she found Maya unconscious by the lake. Helen had seen enough domestic violence cases to recognize the signs. She didn't call 911. She knew that could mean death if someone powerful wanted Maya gone. Instead, Helen took Maya to a remote cabin 2 hours north. For 3 days, Maya drifted in and out of consciousness. On the 4th day, she went into premature labor. At dawn, a tiny, silent baby girl was born. Helen worked frantically, clearing airways, breathing life into the infant. Finally, a cry. The most beautiful sound Maya had ever heard, but the baby needed a NICU, not a cabin. Helen made an impossible choice. She left the baby at Austin Children's Hospital with a note. "Baby girl Reeves, mother deceased, please save her." When Helen returned, Maya was seizing. Infections raged through her body. Helen fought death for 2 weeks, calling in favors for antibiotics and medical supplies. 3 months later, Maya opened her eyes. "Your baby is alive," Helen said gently. "She's safe in foster care. When you're strong enough, we'll find her." Maya wept, grief, relief, rage mixing together. Then came the truth. "The flood wasn't an accident. I saw Derek. I saw him leave you to die. As far as the world knows, Maya Reeves drowned. Your husband collected the insurance money." $2 million, Maya whispered, the pieces falling into place. Helen took Maya's scarred hand. "Right now, Maya Reeves is dead. She needs to stay dead." Helen pulled out a birth certificate. "Meet Sophia Grant, your new identity." 5 years later, Sophia Grant stood in her modest apartment watching the news. Derek Reeves, now married to Victoria Cross Reeves, was announcing his city council campaign. "5 years ago, I lost everything in a tragic accident. My wife Maya and our unborn daughter. That loss changed me." Standing beside him, Victoria smiled in her designer suit. "We've turned our pain into purpose." Sophia's hands trembled. The memories flooded back, the water, the betrayal, the locked door. Then she saw them, Marcus and Linda Grant, Derek's biggest supporters, holding a little girl's hand. The child wore a pink dress and had Maya's eyes. "Our daughter Emma was orphaned in that same flood," Linda explained on camera. "We adopted her as a baby." Sophia's heart stopped. "Emma, my baby." The news anchor continued. "The Reeves are particularly focused on water safety legislation." They were profiting from her grave. "I'm going to destroy them," Sophia whispered. Helen appeared beside her. "Then let's get to work." 2 weeks later, Sophia walked into Derek's campaign headquarters as Dr. Sophia Grant, water safety engineer and flood survivor. Derek hired her immediately. He needed experts to legitimize his platform. She shook his hand. He looked right through her, seeing only a useful professional. He didn't recognize the woman he'd left to drown, but Victoria did. Something in Sophia's eyes made Victoria suspicious. She hired a private investigator. At the campaign fundraiser, Sophia finally met Emma, her 5-year-old daughter. Emma handed her a drawing, a woman underwater reaching toward a small figure. "That's my first mommy," Emma whispered. "I dream about her." Sophia knelt down, tears streaming. "She can see you, sweetheart." And she loves you more than anything. Across the room, Victoria watched. She knew that night Victoria's brother cornered Sophia in the parking garage. You were supposed to drown, Maya. Before he could act, Helen appeared with police. Every word had been recorded. Days later, Sophia sent Derek an email. I have information about Maya's death. Meet me alone. When Derek arrived at his office, Sophia was waiting. No disguise, just truth. 4 years ago, you locked me in that basement. You broke the pipes. You walked away while I drowned. Derek's face went white. You're dead. Wrong, I'm alive, and I'm taking back everything you stole. Victoria burst in, gun drawn. You should be dead. Every word recorded, Helen announced from the doorway, flanked by detectives. Victoria screamed, firing, but the detective was faster. The trial lasted 3 months. Derek got life without parole. Victoria got 25 years. 1 year later, Sophia, now legally Meyer again, sat in a cafe with Emma, who finally knew the truth. You're really my mommy? Emma whispered. Yes, baby, I fought through that water to reach you, and I'll never leave you again. Emma hugged her. I knew you were real. On the 5th anniversary of the flood, Maya opened the Phoenix Center for Domestic Violence Survivors. At the ribbon cutting, Emma held her hand, wearing a shirt that read, My mom is a survivor. 5 years ago, Maya said into the microphone, someone tried to erase me. They thought water would be the end, but I held my breath. I fought. I survived. This center is for everyone who's been told they're too broken. That's a lie. Your survival is your power. As the sun set over the lake, the same lake that nearly killed her, Maya held Emma close. Mommy, do you wish it never happened? Emma asked. Maya was quiet. I wish I hadn't suffered, but that flood taught me how strong I am. How much I can survive. Emma picked a flower. You're the strongest person I know. Maya pulled her daughter close. So are you, baby. We both survived, and look at us now, we're home. Which moment broke your heart the most? When Maya heard Derek laugh, or when she held Emma's drawing? Drop a comment and share your reaction. If this story of survival and justice moved you, hit that like button and subscribe. Your support brings more powerful stories to light. Remember, you are stronger than what tried to break